Hey guys and the few ladies that have checked my videos out. I want to talk about motovlogging today, how I do it, and the few things I've figured out that maybe can save you a little bit of money and maybe even a little bit of time. So, step one, bike. Step two, camera. Yeah, everybody knows that. But you need a decent camera, and perhaps more importantly, you need a microphone, and you need to place it well in your helmet. It has to be in your helmet. If you're going to do the silent, no talking motovlogs like Royal Jordanian or Chaff, both of which are awesome, you're going to need a different microphone setup. That's a separate subject I'm not an expert in, but placing it in the helmet, try to get it in front of your mouth. It's tough to do with some microphones. They're going to pick up a ton of wind noise, but I'm really pleased with the Technica ATR3350. I do have one complaint about it. It doesn't have an LED indicator, so you don't know if it's actually got any battery power left. And when it goes out, it just stops providing audio. So that's kind of a big negative, but it's the only one I've found with it, and it does provide much better audio. You just use your smartphone to record with it. Just synchronize your audio to your camera, so snap or clap in front of it before you get going, or when you get on the bike, just tap the horn briefly. Then in editing, you've got an easy way to synchronize both. It sounds better than the microphone I had hardwired to the old Contour here. Now I've since modified that. Instead of having a hardwired microphone, I've swapped it for basically a jack, hacked up an extension and soldered that in place of the microphone. So now that's my road cam and kind of my default cam for when I'm riding around and I don't want to create a gigantic file, because my new camera is 1080/60 and I'm in love with it. It's dirt cheap. It's really cheap. I've been calling it the China Pro, but it is Xiaomi Yi, the Yi cam, and I'm really impressed with it. It's like $82 or $83. You're gonna have to find it from just whatever Amazon seller has stock, but it's shipped from Amazon, so you get all that Prime goodness for those of you that are members. It's really impressive though. It's got a lot of the features of a GoPro. It's not going to compete with GoPro head-to-head, but it does provide an awful lot for a lot less money, and it's a pretty good image. I've tweaked a few things. I might expand in the description, or if there's enough interest, I'll explain exactly what I've done. But you can run some modifications through it that produce a little better image, and I'm pulling down a little higher bit rate than stock as well, which I think really helps. The difference between this and my test footage is noticeable. It is significant, and we're going to be flipping back and forth here. The Contour here on my camera stock, on my mirror stock, it really is a camera stock at this point. That's recording 1080/30. Turkey. It's nowhere near as good. It does provide a decent image, but they're not in the same ballpark. And I paid this season, last season maybe I bought that, about the same money. It's non-competitive. The form factor, if you need the bullet cam, I'm still a fan of it, but I'm pretty pleased with this. And if you can afford it, if you can justify slapping $400 or $500 onto your helmet, get the GoPro. It's excellent. And expanding on that, 60 frames a second is better than 30 frames. There's no way around it. Once you compare the two, you can't go back. And you'll start to notice it in other places too. You're watching other motovloggers and suddenly their, perfectly acceptable camera last week won't look very good. I mean, this produces a quality image, and it's smooth, which is important for at least, faster action. If you're tootling through town or going by a really distant landscape, it won't show as much. But, when something actually happens, you want to be able to see it. Of course, it's important to have something to talk about. A lot of guys just ramble off whatever's on their head. If that works for you, if that's your personality, if that's what you do, then do it. Make sure you do it well, and try to bring in something of interest every time you go out and ride. If you're not, maybe come up with a set of topics that you're going to talk about during the week, and just do it when you leave work or when you head out, whatever you're doing. Got a little joyride planned, go have a conversation with your viewers. And then last but probably most important, be safe when you ride. Make sure that you've got control of the situation you're in. If you're doing something technical, make sure that you've actually got your mind, or enough of it, on the road or the course that you're on, and you're actually paying attention. A lot of us can do that almost as second nature when we're riding now. But if you're a new rider, you really need to have enough of your focus on whatever's going on around you. Thanks for watching. If you really liked it, make sure to throw the thumbs up down there. If you really, really like me, maybe you can drop me a private message. That's it for me. Catch you next time.